All right, salute. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for being here today. Welcome to the channel. Throw me some love if you're new, subscribe, and let's talk about this story. As you know, I live in Thailand, but I do follow the news that's going on in America. And this is one of the reasons why I believe people are just sick and tired and they're fed up with what's going on, with the red tape, the bureaucracy, and just the senseless things that are taking place. And this is a story that really hasn't just grabbed my attention. This is getting big attention even over here. They're talking about this story in India. They're talking about this story here in Thailand. They're talking about this story all over the world. This is a big deal, and it may not seem like a big deal, but this is disgusting. And today I want to talk about Peanut the squirrel. This is a really heartbreaking story. And I'm going to read from, this is like fair use. I'm going to read from a New York Post who actually did, pretty in depth. A beloved pet internet sensation on Instagram, being euthanized and being seized. And this dude's home was raided, who rescued a squirrel. Peanut the squirrel of internet fame has been euthanized after it was seized by New York State earlier this week, according to the Department of Environmental Conservation. This is disgusting. The 7-year-old gray rescue animal, commonly referred to as Peanut on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, was put to death along with Fred the raccoon so that the animal could be tested for the presence of rabies, according to the statement. How do these people sleep at night? They literally raided this dude's home who just rescued a squirrel. Come on, man. These people are disgusting. Peanut's guardian, Mark Longo, took to Instagram to memorialize his beloved pet in a video. I feel so sorry for this man and his girlfriend as well. Through tears, Longo, with his girlfriend at his side, said Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us. Like, these people are freaking heroes, and then you come and kick in their door and you euthanize their pets. This is absolutely appalling. And this is only something that would take place in the United States. Rest in peace, my best friend. Thank you for the best 7 years. This dude had this squirrel for 7 years. Thank you for bringing so much joy to us and to the world. And the world is watching.
Viral sensation. Fans, you know how it is with people with pets on the internet. Social media embraced it. It's not the only guy. You see squirrels, raccoons, all kinds of stuff, right? Now its owner, Mark Longo, is going through something we're not used to. He took in Peanut 7 years ago, found him injured on the streets of New York City, shared their journey together on the internet ever since. They really had quite the relationship. It was really, really cute to watch. Then the government gets involved. New York State's Department of Environmental Conservation, DEC, raided his home and took the squirrel and this pet raccoon that he has. Now remember, he didn't just find these things. They said, well, he was potentially exposed to rabies. He had the squirrel for 7 years. Does it look like it has rabies?
I'm gonna follow up with this because I want him to sue the living crap out of these people. I hope to God he does. Sue the living crap out of them. The DEC, or the Department of Environmental Concern, or whatever the heck that is, claims that Peanut was notably docile and friendly over the course of his very public-facing life. But one of the investigators on the hand, while being confiscated from his home, when they raided his home, it bit one of the investigators. I mean, come on, man. This is insane. Rest in peace, my friend. In addition, a person involved with the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized. They're being tested and for anyone who's been in contact, and they're strongly encouraged to consult their physician. Like, how the hell do you sleep at night? Like, you pieces of crap. You're kicking in and raiding a dude's house for rescuing a squirrel and a raccoon. I'm going to run a news clip here. Like I said, fair use. This is CBS New York talking about this. So let's just let's let them cook. Let's go.
A pet squirrel that's gained social media fame was euthanized by state wildlife officials as part of a test for rabies. His owner claims excessive force was used to seize his pet earlier this week. Christy Kalishian hears from the owner and wildlife officials who say it's illegal to own the wild animal.
That's Peanut the squirrel eating a waffle with his rescuer turned owner Mark Longo, who launched the critter to social media fame over the past 7 years. But now the squirrel and Longo are getting even more attention.
Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us.
The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation seized the pet and Longo's pet raccoon Fred on Wednesday. It said, quote, following multiple reports from the public about the potentially unsafe housing of wildlife that could carry rabies and the illegal keeping of wildlife as pets. DEC conducted an investigation. Then on Friday afternoon, it confirmed in a joint statement with the Chemung County Health Department that, quote, a person involved in the investigation was bitten by the squirrel.
Good.
To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized. We spoke with Longo earlier Friday about the seizure of his home and farm in Pine City, which he says lasted 5 hours.
You need that many officers to show up to my house to literally pull my closets apart?
People have good intentions, but it is typically illegal and very unethical to keep a wild animal.
Shut up. I don't even want to, look at the title. Licensed Wildlife Rehabilitator. You need a freaking license to rescue a damn animal in the state of New York. This is appalling. This is why the U.S. is screwed. And I'm not saying this is everywhere, but for this to stand, I hope he sues the living crap out of him. This is horribly inhumane. And to take a pet from someone who's had for 7 years, 7 years, and the whole world is watching. As I said, I'm making this video from Thailand. Everyone is watching. This is probably one of the most vile things I've ever seen. Why are you wasting resources on this? This is absolutely disgusting. Licensed wildlife rehabilitator. The bureaucracy and red tape just for this whole thing, it's endless, it's mindless, it makes no sense when people claim to care about animals or claim to care about people. And the people that care about animals, even from Georgia, when I lived in Georgia, people are very big on rescuing animals, and it's unofficial a lot of times. It's very unofficial. If a stray dog shows up and there's no one to claim it, it's unofficial. But if it's a squirrel, we're going to send the SWAT team in to raid your home and euthanize your squirrel or your raccoon or whatever it is. This is completely vile. This is one of the most appalling stories I've heard, and I can't believe that people are being subjugated to this type of stuff. And it's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse. The system is basically being turned against the people. The system is being turned against the people. And it's bit by bit, it's step by step, but it's happening. If you just have the scent, if you don't have the money for attorneys, people can't they're not even free to take and rescue a damn squirrel. This is unreal to me. Completely unreal to me. And it's so heartbreaking. I feel so sorry for this man. And I hope that he finds peace in this. And guys, as I said, I will follow up and look for his, what do they call that, where you get money, for, GoFundme. I'm assuming for his legal fees to sue the living crap out of him. And I hope these people get fired. Whoever the hell pulled the trigger. And then they say when they raided his home, one of them got bit. Of course you got bit, you punk. If I have a dog in my house and you come kick in my door, I hope to God my dog bites you. This is unreal to me. This is one of the many reasons why I believe America has completely lost its way. And I know this isn't everyone. This does not represent the whole totality of the American population or the citizens. No. But everyone should be absolutely outraged that this is how far it's gone. And guess what? What happens next? Where, you've heard the stories where they raided Amish farms for selling raw milk. Stuff like that. Oh, it's unregulated, but all the crap in the U.S., I live here in Thailand. half of the ingredients that are in U.S. foods are illegal here. They're illegal here, but in the U.S., just because the FDA says it's okay to put that stuff in your food, no one talks about it. Whereas everyone's obese, everyone's getting diabetes, everyone's dropping off at 50, 55, 60 years old. It's amazing to me that no one questions this, but yet they're looking out for our safety and well-being. You got to be kidding me. This stuff is getting worse. It's getting more and more authoritarian as time goes on. And you can see what they're doing. You can see it. Everyone sees this. This is just one story, but many stories are starting to come out where they're going against political opponents and things like this. And I'm just saying, the government is being weaponized against the people, and most people are being docile, but some people are just fed up. So with that said, get your butt to the polls on Tuesday, and hopefully you can make a difference. With that said, I love y'all, and I'm out of here.